Welcome back. Uh, Today I was going through some news articles from United States. One thing that attracted me was regarding the effect of 5G on aviation, or to be specific, on aircrafts or the smooth functioning of aircrafts. I was surprised this particular subject, it's still ongoing and it's not yet solved in America. If you see, there are some groups who support 5G deployment, and there are some groups who oppose them, and there are some groups who are the mediators. Now, if you see the supporters, let's talk about the supporters who are supporting 5G deployment and they believe that that's not going to harm aviation or aircraft. These are the groups who are from the communication industries, and the chief of these groups is FCC, that's Federal Communication Commission. Now this FCC is responsible for doing or controlling all type of uh, communication bandwidth allocations, or all the spectrum auctions, or things which affect the communication systems in United States of America. Now FCC wanted to auction the bandwidths or the bands for the 5G deployment. Now for the 5G deployment, they wanted to auction, or in fact they have auctioned one particular bandwidth which come uh, in a bandwidth of 3.7 gigahertz to 3.98 gigahertz. Now this particular bandwidth they have auctioned, and in United States AT&T and Verizon, they are going to deploy their network using this particular bandwidth. Now so FCC, who is the pro group, they are uh, saying that this is not going to affect the aviation, and of course for this they have the support group or research group from the communication industries who are giving FCC the required research data. They are saying that deployment of this 5G under this bandwidth is safe. Now the other group is the aviation industry, or the head of them or the controlling agency is FAA. So FAA and its aviation groups, they are opposing the deployment of 5G in this bandwidth. Now the 5G can be deployed in a lower bandwidth, but the issue is in the lower bandwidth, which is lesser than 3.7 gigahertz, the speed and functioning of 5G will be undermined. It will not work in the desired manner. So this 3.7 to 3.9 gigahertz was chosen to give the Americans a faster speed, faster download speed, or the functions which are dependent on 5G, like the futuristic autonomous cars, or maybe the medical support systems, many other things which can be done through 5G. So you understood there is this FCC, which is the pro group which is supporting, and we have the FAA, who is the opposing group. In between them there is the defense system or defense ministry, and where the Pentagon comes. The Pentagon is trying to create a situation where the 5G will also be deployed and there won't be any issues with the aircraft systems, which the FAA claims. Now, what is the claim? Now, there is a particular agency, you can say, RTCA, Radio Technical Commission for Aeronautics. Now, this particular commission, it says if the 5G is deployed in this bandwidth 3.7 to 3.9, that will definitely affect the radio altimeters of the aircrafts. What are radio altimeters? We'll discuss that later. Now, how it will affect? Now let me try to show you some examples. Suppose you think this is a bandwidth. This is for 5G, and this is another bandwidth. This is for the radio altimeters. These radio altimeters are fixed on the aircraft. Now let me try to show you it this way. Look at here. See, this is the aircraft. Now, in this aircraft, what we can see here is, if you see here in this aircraft, you see this portion, this is called the belly portion. In this belly portion, there are two antennas fixed in these areas. Those antennas are called radio altimeters. One for transmitting the radio signals, and another for receiving the radio signals. What do they do? You see this one, suppose this is at some height, and this radio altimeter gives the exact distance of this aircraft from the ground or any structure above which the aircraft stays. Suppose there is a mountain. So if this aircraft is passing through this mountain, it will give the distance of that aircraft from that mountain. That means any object which is there below the aircraft, it will give the exact distance. Who does that? Radio altimeter. Radio altimeter passes one particular radio wave and it receives. With that process, it determines at what height I am there from a particular terrain. Terrain means this can be a ground, this can be a mountain, or any other structure which is beneath the aircraft. Now, this radio altimeter is using the bandwidth which is 4.2 to 4.4. Now, this is that, suppose this is the 4.2 to 4.4. This bandwidth is being used. Okay, you imagine it this way. This is being used by this particular aircraft. Now we have the 5G getting deployed, and 5G is using the bandwidth what we discussed, 3.7 to 3.9. Okay, this is somewhere here. Now this will communicate with the satellites, the 5G device. Suppose you have a 5G phone here. This 5G phone will communicate using this bandwidth. Now 3.9 and this is 4.2. You see this gap. This gap is being divided now. You see this gap? I mean, let me keep it here. There is this little gap. Okay, this is 3.7 to 3.9, and this is 4.2 to 4.4. Now there is this gap. This gap is being divided there. FCC, the telecommunication side, they say this gap is enough. There will be no interference between this band to this band. FAA says no, it is not enough. There will be some kind of interference due to some spurious interference, or you can say the spurious waves that will interfere this one, and due to which this aircraft will not come to know what exact height it is there from ground or any structure beneath it. And this is vital. This is vital because the aircraft, okay, it's approaching, okay, for a land. Now if this aircraft doesn't know the particular height, the exact height, generally we have altimeters which are like the Barrow principle, they use the Barrow principle, but in case when they land in a instrument landing system, using the instrument landing system, the CAT 2 or CAT 3 approaches, so that will be difficult for the aircraft to make a landing without this radio altimeters. Now radio altimeter, it should give correct height for this aircraft, and accordingly the aircraft should land, and the aircraft should know the DH, the decision height. I mean this particular decision height, after which the aircraft should keep landing, or it has to go around. These all decisions are taken by the cockpit when it is on approach. And sometimes if due to interference the radio altimeter gives a wrong information to the cockpit that your height is such and such, but the height is not exact, what can happen? The aircraft can come crashing on the ground. So this is the issue of FAA. This is what FAA is saying, that we have this concern. But the 5G, the 5G pro 5G group, they say no, we have made this gap, this guard is there. They call it as a guard band. This guard band should be enough. There is no issues, and whatever FAA and all the aviation groups, they are saying this all theoretical. The practical testings are yet to be done. What Pentagon says? Pentagon says we will not stop, or we should not stop the deployment of 5G, but at the same time we cannot compromise the safety of the aircrafts. That means they are saying the more testing and research are to be done to summarize whether this 5G deployment has a real effect on aircrafts, or the effects can be taken care of. How the effects can be taken care of? So FCC is saying what can be done is the radio altimeters and the signals they transmit or receive, that radio altimeter, the design of this avionic component to be improved. Instead of stopping 5G, improve your component. But FAA says it's not possible to, change the radio altimeters of thousands and thousands of aircrafts within one day or month. It will take years of time to change with some new equipment, or to do some modification on the existing equipment also will take much time. So for the time being, there has to be a solution which will be temporary, but those temporary solutions are not to affect the aircraft functions, specifically while landing. So what solutions can be taken? This is the question. Now, suppose in the airport area where it is understood that this 5G devices or 5G towers, they will affect the landing of the aircraft. So the aircraft will come landing in line with the runway, right? So the proposal that is going on for now is, in line with the runway, there can't be any 5G towers. If in line with the runway there are 5G towers, definitely it will affect the radio altimeters, which are giving the aircrafts the accurate height of the aircraft from ground. Now, suppose in line with the runway, those towers are taken away. Definitely there will be no issues, and the aircraft can land without any troubles. Okay, now you say with the runway you will not do that. What about helicopters? What about some other small airports? In and around, in one city there will be 2-3 airports, and helicopters can have approach on a rooftop or anywhere. Helicopters, they don't need a particular airport to land. They need any heliport or any helipad where they can land. Sorry, my throat is really bad. Okay, so that they have to consider. In and around the heliport area or where it is concerned for these aircrafts, they have to reduce the number of base stations for the 5G deployment. That means they have to weaken the signals or coverage of 5G in and around those areas where the helicopters will land. Now, if they don't do that, what is going to happen? Radio altimeter will fail. Sometimes the aircraft cannot land. That means it has to go for a diversion. It has to go and land in some other area, some alternate airport. Or sometimes, as I said, the aircraft can crash land or helicopter can crash land. Many things can happen. There can be delays, there can be missed approach. Sometimes the aircraft is coming to land and it couldn't read the altimeter data, the radio altimeter data properly. So it has to go for a go around. It will not land or it will not touch down, and it will go for a go around. These all things will happen due to the 5G. But FCC says it again and again, testing is important. Pentagon supports it. For the time being, there is this FAA and FCC, they are coming together for these short-term solutions, but we cannot stop 5G. That has to come, because 5G has many benefits which we are going to witness, barring the side effects or barring the demerits which we might face from this 5G. Talking about the benefits, the way we use internet, that can change dramatically. So 5G deployment you cannot stop. So what can be done? FCC is also saying, and other telecommunication agencies, they are also saying, put a filter around the altimeter. That filter will stop all the interference from the 5G. So the altimeter can work properly. Now, suppose, let me give you example. Suppose this is altimeter, okay? Now this altimeter, I am putting some kind of sheath or filter. Suppose this filter, I am putting it here, I will not get any harmful interference. But what about the signals radiated by this altimeter itself? That will reduce. The strength of those signals, the emitting signals and receiving signals, that will reduce. For that, the altimeter has to again to be of advanced stages. That has to be researched. This is not one day job. This will take years and years to come up with, and definitely aviation fraternity or aviation industry should be given the concession, so that there will be no hassles, there will be no life dangers, there will be a smooth aviation working in and around. FCC has to cooperate, FAA has to agree, Pentagon has to facilitate. In different countries like France, in France, the regulator DGAC has stopped the deployment in and around the airports, specifically the CDG, Charles de Gaulle Airport, because they still want to study what can be the effect of this 5G onto the altimeters of the aircrafts. Now, some other countries, they are allowing, I mean, there are some places there are no hassles, but USA wants to ensure that before this 3.7 to 3.9 gigahertz bandwidth is being completely operational for 5G, the radio altimeter, which is operating in the range of 4.2 to 4.4 gigahertz, that range to be shielded from any interference from 5G bands. We also hope aviation should flourish. There should not be any issues for aviation, and 5G at the same time should be deployed for the good of mankind. Thank you for watching this video. Keep checking the videos. We'll bring much more informative subjects and topics for you. Till then, take care of yourself.